This is one of the cheapest countries you can move to, and this country is located in Europe. We've been helping loads and loads of people move to this country for the last 3-4 years, and I can tell you it's remained the same. A few changes here and there, but this is one country I think you should definitely take advantage of before things change for good. So tighten your seatbelts because this video is for you.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.
Did you know you can change the audio language on this video? Just look for the settings icon, click on it, select audio track, and choose the language you prefer. Enjoy the video in the language that works best for you.
All right, folks, you're welcome. This is your one and only Waka Waka Doctor. Always bring you the best gist when it comes to travel and migration. You know how we do it here. All we do is share information that has to do with traveling, living, working, and moving abroad. Before we go ahead, I would like to share a little story. A few years ago, looking for cheap countries around Europe, I stumbled upon a page. I stumbled upon someone who has lived in this country for a few years before I met him. And we had a good conversation. He shared some information, which I then transformed and used to help multiple people move abroad. Believe it or not, we've got hundreds of testimonials when it comes to helping people move to this country. And I'll show you a couple, or I'll show you a few of them. Here's one. Here is another. And this is another one. And this is another one. It's endless, but I would not want to waste your time. I would rather teach you how to get there. Two quick things that I like to put across in all my videos. As you well know, I am not on Telegram and I'm not on WhatsApp. So if you do find anybody in the comment section asking you to send a message on Telegram or WhatsApp, it is not me, okay? The only way to reach out to me is in the description box of this video. If you cannot find it, then I can't help you. Or you send an email to admin@wakawakadoctor.com. This is going to be a very explosive one. We're going to keep it as short as possible, but you're going to get all the information you need, and I think you should take advantage because tuition in this country is less than 1,000 euros. Well, 1,000 euros is not, a lot of money when you compare it with all the other countries out there. You can also, well, it depends on the school and depends on the cost, but most times it's usually between 700 to about 1,500 euros for most courses. Which country am I talking about? I'm talking about one of, they don't like to hear this, but they're like a second branch of Germany. They don't like to hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Austria. Austria. And I've got my friend, turned brother, here to come share with us. He's been in Austria now, I think, for about 5 years or so or plus. And he has all the details unlocked. So make sure you listen because you're going to get all the gist. Hey, brother, how are you? Thank you very much for joining again.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm good. Nice to see you again.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself to people so they know who you are?
No, I mean, we've done a couple of videos already, so I am not new here. And just for formality's sake, I would introduce myself. I am Henry. I've been living in Austria, just like you said, for quite some time now. I moved here in 2021 as a master's degree student, and thank God I graduated and I am currently in the labor market. So we've been helping lots to move here, and since 2022, right?
2022,
And
lots
of
really,
people. Yeah, I'm really happy when I go to community like Nigerian student community, and most of them even know me without me knowing them. Like everyone would kind of ask me, Henry, Kato, everyone, everywhere I go, people are mentioning your name. What have you done? What did you really do? Said, don't just forget.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that we've been able to make this kind of impact, and for me, it's really huge, and that we can really impact people's life. It's really huge, and considering the fact that where we are coming from is not really, it's shaky at the moment. It's really a nice thing to do for our. So yeah.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, let's start from the beginning. A few people, and it's what I've just said, but it's good to hear a confirmation. A few people still argue that tuition in Austria is expensive. A few weeks ago, I even had someone who said his tuition is 375 euros per
Yeah.
semester. So tell us, what's tuition like in Austria?
Yeah, tuition in Austria is quite cheap. It's really cheap. When I studied, I paid 363 euros per semester. And Austria has this set rule. They have more like a standard tuition fee for all, across all universities because the government kind of provide resources like they fund most of their universities. So they say the standard like any university following the Austrian University Act has to charge this fee, and that is 750 euro for non-EU, and then 363. This is 50% of the 750 for EU member, people from EU member countries. So why I was able to pay 363 is this. The university I went to is more like a very small university, more like a faculty university, a special university that maybe let's say School of Engineering and School of Management, just like that. So they didn't really open it up for, just like Canada, you have community colleges.
Yeah.
So they don't really open it up for non-EU. They believe it's just for their people and EU member countries. So they kept the tuition as flat for all EU people because they feel, but before you can even get in there as a non-EU, it's really very tough. So that was why I was able to pay because we were very few in the university. So that was why I was able to pay this. So anyone you hear in Austria paying this tuition, just know the person is just like me. But we are able to get into such universities and
But
they
general averagely is about
750 euro, yeah, for non-EU.
For non-EU.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
yes.
Now let's talk about required documents. But before that, when we started helping people, 6 months, used to be very fast. But now I used to tell people, I've started telling people, look, if you don't have money, but can give yourself maybe a duration of 1 year, Austria is the one that can do it. Why have things changed? Why is it taking longer now?
Yeah, I'll start with the advantage of the Austrian process. Yeah, it might require really a lot, but I would say one of the advantages like splitting the whole timing, and especially if someone working with a budget, it can really split that for you in a way that you wouldn't really need to spend a whole lot of money at once. So when you get like 300, 200,000 to spend, you just go and do your thing and come back and chill. Nobody's forcing you. You are not on pressure or anything. When you get more, you can continue the process again. It's not like tied to some sort of deadline or for you to do anything. So this is the advantage. But over time, the country is a country just around 10 million population, and it's an old country, but they still tend to keep this number, just like Switzerland, Austria, Denmark, and all that. They tend to still keep this number, regardless they are old countries. So they are really keen on immigration. They really try to control it. So over time, they realized that people coming in from Nigeria were quite after our, after we cast the country like 2022, so people were really. Everybody must not be from us, but I can assure you that people that were coming from other sources heard from our source.
Our source was too much.
People. That is exactly what I was telling people. Even if you find someone who doesn't know me, the person came through someone who knows me that gave them the information. It's just like that. It's more like networking kind of thing. So the thing is, over time, the embassy that was seeing numbers like 5 people applicant started seeing over 50 people. So it was really crazy that the ambassador has to start thinking of another. And Nigeria, the Australian embassy in Nigeria takes care of the West African countries. Yeah, they take care of I think Cameroon, Ghana, and Gambia, Sierra Leone, and all that. So they were kind of, okay, why are we getting all this population now? Is something happening? So they have to, because they have a quota. You can't be, by a country less than 10 million, you can't be bringing in people like that. So they have a quota and they have to put some kind of limitation to start cutting people off. First of all, they started with the verification thing. One, they said you must come to the embassy to submit by yourself. You must come by yourself. You don't need to send anyone. From there, they started cutting off the appointment days. During my time, I know appointment day was like 1 month ahead when you see an appointment. And it's when you go online, you see it on the booking system. But then again, over time, they started cutting it off. They said there is no appointment available because they were bringing out certain slots. Once the slot finishes, they shut it down. So it was bringing, because so currently they even had to, because of security reason, because of population was too much. But embassy has to put the whole function out to VFS to handle because they didn't really want the crowd to be coming and told VFS, okay, take care of verification while we take care of our main duty, which is application and all that visa application. So the whole thing actually is really rigid now and kind of very tricky.
Very long.
So
Yeah.
currently VFS handles the verification. And now it's a bit better because VFS started putting a charge on the verification, Austrian verification appointment. So I don't know if we will start from the ground now. So I'll explain the process because people who
We will get there. We will get there.
yeah, saying this video wouldn't get confused about
Yeah.
what is verification, what is legalization, all this terminology.
We will get there. But that's why the process is now getting
Yes,
longer.
because
So,
the population is
yes.
increasing over time. And
So,
yeah,
I mean, you will agree with me that if you can give yourself 1 year and say, okay, I want to plan for the next 1 year.
yes,
It is very doable. Just give yourself 1
yes.
year. It is very, very doable. So quickly, before I tell you the gist of the day, I want you to share this video. Make sure you like, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you just share to as many friends as possible. I also want to tell you that there is a masterclass that I created just for you. A masterclass that you can buy that is very affordable, that will give you opportunities. You're in tech, you're looking for scholarships, you're looking for how to apply to jobs, you're an engineer, you're a teacher, you're a lawyer, you're in healthcare, you're in tech, you're looking to move to the United States for free. I got everything covered. You've applied for jobs, but they're not calling you. This masterclass has everything all. And I've created a special link in the description box of this video for you to be able to get that masterclass, okay? So go to the link and get the masterclass. Okay, let's get to the next thing. Documentation that people need to have if they are coming to study in Austria. What are the documents they need to get ready?
Yeah, depending on the kind of degree you want to go for. Generally, I think they have more of master's degree program taught in English compared to bachelor's. Bachelor's, they have very few. And because of what they call their school leaving certificate here is Matura, because some of them don't really have the same standard with our West African Examination Council and NECO. They tell you to take other exams for you to, I mean, bachelor is kind of very stressful. To just master's is a bit easier compared to bachelor. That doesn't mean bachelor is not doable. You can still get bachelor. A lot of people are doing their bachelors here, but masters, they have a lot of English taught, 100% English taught programs, master's level. So yeah, documentation for masters, it's senior school certificate, which should be at least good enough since you used it for your bachelor. Your bachelor degree certificates, academic transcripts. This is just for your admission. And currently, the most schools, 80% of schools, started requesting for IELTS. But this is what people should start considering. It's not like if you don't have IELTS, you wouldn't see schools that wouldn't give you admission without it. But if you want to broaden your search and broaden your chances, you need to have IELTS. This is my personal opinion, because over time I realized most schools had to bring it out and started asking for it. And they have specific number of band score you need to have. At least it's not just 5.5. People think, okay, let me just go get 5.5 for B2. And no, you need to at least 6.0 up.
Yeah, up.
Yeah, 6.0 up. If you have 7.0, which most people do have, perfect. So that is a requirement. So you have your senior school certificate, your bachelor degree, your academic transcript, and your IELTS result. These are the documents needed for admission, getting admission into the.
Do you need the statement of purpose and all that?
No, you don't. Honestly, you don't. Just a way to pad your application, you might just add things like CV, motivation letter, and all. But if you are given that option to upload it, most schools don't. They are more keen on your academic transcript. They
Okay.
go through your courses and see if you can really do this and if you really match this master's program you're coming for. So that is what it's important for them.
Okay.
So for bachelor, just your school certificate, school living certificate, if the school permits that, like if the school allows, yeah, that is what people who are doing their bachelor's, that is what they use, and your IELTS.
Okay, fantastic.
And
Now
that is
let's come to the main part of this discussion, the process. For those who would not want to come and meet us and say help us, for those who want to do it by themselves, which I like, do it by yourself. But I'm saying that if you want to do it on your own, what are the steps that you can take from start to finish?
Yeah, the documents I just listed now are for admission process. There are a bit of additional documents that you need for the whole process. Aside from, you need to apply for visa at the end of the day. So you need documents like your birth certificate to prove your age, and you need police character clearance. But that is a bit at the end. I will explain how all of this comes in. So first of all, for the educational documents, because Austria is Central European and they fall into the country that you need to legalize your document. Legalization means Nigeria and Austria don't have partnership, they don't have bilateral agreements, like they don't know where your document is coming from, they don't care, and they need some sort of confirmation, like from their embassy to say, okay, we are confirming this such school exists, and such body gives this kind of document in this country. So they need their embassy in Nigeria to confirm this. And now the tricky part is Nigeria being Nigeria, the embassy exists in the country and they know what's happening in the country. To know you can go to an office and just get a document and dump in the office and tell them to legalize. Nigeria now, the embassy, Australian embassy in Nigeria now deviated. They will say, okay, because Nigeria is Nigeria and they will always act like Nigerians. And we've been living here and we've been here and know how it's going. Okay, when you bring this document to us, we won't just accept it. We have to verify if it's authentic. So that is where the verification comes in. And you will be the one to pay for the verification, for the logistics of whoever they are sending. You will cater for the whole expenses for them to do it. Now, before you do this, they call it double legalization, double apostille, something like that.
Yeah.
So what we mean by double legalization is you have to pass it through the ministries before even bringing it to them. So this means you have to go to Federal Ministry of Education in Abuja, the headquarters in Abuja, to give them your educational document for them to authenticate it, like confirm, okay, this is a school in Nigeria, and yeah, they actually gave this document. Then you take all the documents which I listed before, like the birth certificates, which you have. Then you take it, add into your educational document. Then you take everything to Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which take care of the whole document that is going abroad. So when you get there, they will authenticate this too. So you now go for your appointment, which you must have booked at the embassy. But remember, I told you VFS now handles the verification. Now, the business you have on verification will be the VFS. So when you get to VFS, you submit this document and they kick off their verification. The verification, I think they outsource it to legal firm. I don't know who they use, but you are definitely getting your document will be verified by some legal body, and they'll be sending a lawyer as the verification officer. So that is that. After you are done with that, they will send you an email that your documents are fit, they didn't find any discrepancy, they didn't find any fault with it. You can come over and to legalize it and pay some fees again to legalize it. So when you are done with this legalization, that is when you will be fit to start applying for admission. Even on every university website, it's boldly written that some certain countries will need your document to be legalized for admission. Some schools are kind of lenient about this. Like they will tell you, okay, you can send in your document and we do some kind of check before you know if you're eligible then. But I can tell you for sure, out of 100 schools, out of 10 schools, it will only be one school out of these 10 schools. So you wouldn't even want to do that because, and especially coming from Nigeria too, getting a verification date, leaving some time for your document to get verified, and going for your legalization, this takes time. So you wouldn't want to start doing that
Yeah.
smart move that you want to send in application and see if you are eligible. Now, when they tell you, okay, we are giving you some, what is it called? Some conditional admission. Some conditional admission. Go and upload this, bring this back. This is when you start. Oh, how do I book an appointment? Oh, how do I? Oh, when is lawyer visiting me? So they can verify. School will forget about it. They'll just send you, oh, sorry, we've given the slot to another person. So it doesn't make sense. It's only right for people, I would say, people from countries that they know, oh, I want to legalize my document. They call the embassy and book an appointment immediately. They
I
take
think
their
in
document and
South
legalize it
Africa
and they
and
walk out.
Eastern Africa, I think it's
Yes, exactly, and Kenya and all that. You just book an appointment immediately. It wouldn't even get up to 2 weeks. You get your document legalized and you walk out of the embassy. Then start your admission process. This is people who this thing will work for, but for Nigerians, it doesn't. It's not a smart thing to do. I wouldn't tell anyone to do it.
Okay. So after the legalization, what happens?
After the legalization, you start throwing in applications for admission. But my personal opinion and my personal advice, I would advise anyone who want to do this. One, there are some certain things you need to really consider before you even, because if you look at all these I'm talking about now, you're spending money without admission, remember. So it's a kind of risk. And because of the kind of country we are in, it's not something you want to just throw in your money blindly, just like that. So I would advise you to do a background check. Austria doesn't do, you studied agriculture and you want to come and do nursing, and you throw in an application and write plenty motivation and they will take you in. Or you did agriculture and want to do engineering, or you want to switch. You should do a proper background check. Like check your what you did, your background, bachelor background, then go to the each university. Check, okay, what's this thing program I'm interested all about? What is it in my field? You look at your transcript, look at the courses you did? Is this what I did? Is this the field? Do I have enough unit or ECTS to take up this? You can even send them an email to really come, although they might not really have your time to really check because they believe you should know what you are up for and what you should get. So, but if you are kind enough, they will look through your transcript and tell you, okay, no, so they just know this program needs so ECTS, so hours from course outline and all that. So, but then you need to do this. If not, you might, after legalization, spending all this money, you still be on the level looking for admission for years, and you'll be getting rejection. And whenever anybody tell me, I am interested in Austria, what's up? How can I start? I'll tell them, first of all, what is your bachelor background? Use this to assess yourself. Because if they have 100% of the whole master's program, just about 30% are fully taught in English. So that kind of give us some limitation already.
Yeah.
So most of them, like I would say 30 other percent is like hybrid, English, part German.
Do you
And
have
the
to
other ones
apply? Is there a central portal for admission? You have to apply to
no,
individual schools.
no, differently in schools. They don't have that central.
So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a list of all the universities and their websites. I'm going to put it in the description box of this video. You can click on them directly if you're looking for admission. So after getting admission, they now start visa application, yes?
Yeah, you now have to inform the embassy, Australian embassy in Nigeria, that you have your admission and you would like to proceed. Now, the thing is, Austria wouldn't give you a visa directly. So what you kind of apply is you apply for a residence permit that permits you to be in the country for 1 year. It should be longer than a visa because a visa just
3 months.
allows you to stay for like 3 months. So yeah, just very short. But when you apply for this residence permit, when it's being granted, when the decision is positive, they will now instruct the embassy to give you a visa. I mean, Austrian visa is really very hard to get. So, but with their instruction from immigration from the country will give directive to tell them, oh, give this person a visa to come to the country. He has a resident permit here. So the embassy will just give it to you straight up, couple of days, and you're done. Yeah, you'll fly and get in
What
here.
else? So aside from those documents, what are the documents the person needs to have when he wants to apply for the visa?
After your admission, I mean, the educational document, you don't need it anymore. You just need it for your admission. Then for the residence permit, this is where you need your police character clearance. But one thing again, you should know is you'll need to legalize that one too. Although it's not subject to verification because of the short validity. They know when they take it in for verification, they might be verifying and it will end up expiring. So they need you to do it. And when you are close to your resident permit application, so this is when you go get your PCC. You come with it on the day of your application. So you just pay for the legalization fee and submit your application. So the list of documents you need, just like I mentioned before, birth certificates as a first-time applicant, then you need this PCC, then you need your original admission letter. Then you need your travel health insurance, which you can either get. It's a travel health insurance. I mean, this thing now confuses a lot of people because when they say you have to prove 30,000, 30,000 euros. I mean, this is insurance. This is insurance. This is coverage, 30,000 coverage.
Yes, it's not what
this is coverage, not what you have to really prove. Or this is insurance. You are trying to insure your travel and your whatever they mean by that. But what it's the price in Nigeria you can get for 6 months for 25,000 naira. You can get from Alliance, ICO,
or I know there's Leadway, there's
Mansard, or Mansard run by GTB. So you can use any of that, and the price for 6 months is between 25 to 30k naira, and it's valid for 6 months. And you should make it valid from the day you are applying your resident permit application is. So it can last throughout the time of your application and even cover you the day you travel, because the main purpose is just for travel. It's called travel health insurance. You wouldn't use it when you come here. When you get here, you have to get an Austrian insurance that will cover you for the country. There's where you get your social security number and all of that. So yeah, then you have the proof of fund. Yeah, which is very important to show that you can take care of yourself while living in the country. This currently stands at approximately 15,000 euros right now. And as long as you don't get past your threshold, because they have a threshold for accommodation, which is inside the 15,000. So let's say, I think the threshold is around 380 right now, 380 euro per month. So if you pass this threshold, you have to add additional money. Let's say your rent is 400 per month. You get an apartment that is 400 per month. So you have to, I know it's small. You have to add the 20 euro on top of the threshold 380. You have to add the 20 times it by 12 because you're proving for 12 months for 1 year. Times it by 12 and add to that whatever amount they are demanding. I think it's 14,800, but approximately 50,000 euros. So you have to add this 20 euro times 12, then add it to the money. This is what you prove. But as long as you are below the threshold, you're good.
Okay.
The exact amount is what you prove. So you just have to check the approximate exchange rate, and you have to show in naira. That you don't need to show in euro.
Guys, why is it that you do not subscribe to my YouTube channel? Why? I'm providing information to help you move abroad, yet I find that so many people watch my videos, but they don't subscribe to it. Yes, when I check my analytics, I see that a lot of people use my videos, but they don't subscribe. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you drop comments so that I can interact with you and I can answer your questions. Okay, what should I do? What do you want me to do before should I kneel down? Should I beg you? Should I roll on the floor? I can do it easily. All right? We're just trying to help more people. So please just subscribe to my videos. Okay, share them. Let's help more people move abroad. Thank you.
I want to ask you 3 questions at the go. Number 1, can you work while you study? And how long would you be able to work while you study? Number 2, can you move with family? And number 3, in terms of the qualifications, can HND apply? Can third class apply? Tell us.
Okay. First one is, can you work and how many hours limitation? Yeah. As a student, you will be able to work while you study. Yeah, very well. And you have 20 hours. I mean, it's not really strict to 20 hours. You can increase it to 25.
Yes.
Yeah, you can increase it to 25. The reason is this. It's not like it's being controlled. It's not like it's being controlled. It's not like they have number of hours they limit you to work.
Mm.
But because of the standard of education, yeah, it's really very tough to handle, like pull that off. You can't even do it. So keeping the minimum at that 20 hours would be good for you, not even for them. Yeah, but then holidays, you can do all you want. You can switch to full time, yeah, and collect your minimum wage, collect your like 1716, yeah, and work full time. But then during studies, you would want to limit it to 20 hours for real, because it will be, unless you don't want to graduate anyways, unless you want to stick to being a student. And for you to renew every year, you need to prove some certain level of commitment for your studies. I think you have to at least pass 16 ECTS every semester. Every year, not every semester. So moving with family, yeah, I have a couple of people who moved with family, and yeah, here, and you can move with your wife, you can move with your kids, you can move with everyone. Although I heard some rumor back then, but I checked their website, there was nothing
like that.
Like that. Yeah, so but you can move with family as far as I know. You can move with your family, you can move with your kids, but you need to have a plan. That's what I tell anyone. You wouldn't just pack everyone and start coming to a foreign land just like that. Just know there will be some struggle, and you wouldn't want your family to pass through all of that. So you need to factor all of this in and before you make that decision. And what was the last question?
The third one. Can you move with the third class HND?
Unfortunately, no. No. Unfortunately,
when we started, they used to accept HND. I remember now, right?
No, funny enough, they've never.
They've never. Okay.
What HND can actually give you this
is a bachelor.
It's for bachelor.
Yeah.
To actually, just like I told you, they don't really see our SSCE as. So when you tell them that you already have some education, but it's a diploma, they'll kind of consider you more. And if you have a third class too, they will consider you. They will even consider you more. Like you have a bachelor degree, but you want to do another one because that wasn't really good enough. So, but HND, no. Third class, no.
For masters, they will not accept you for masters, but they might consider you for bachelors.
Yeah, bachelors. So, yeah, because during that time we tried to reach out to a lot of schools to confirm this, and they confirmed. Even some people had to call their minister of whatever education. They told them that no, they don't accept. It's not equivalent. In fact, some of them even said our bachelor is not equivalent to their bachelor. So yeah, some people, I know some schools that they do require you to do masters on top of your bachelor for you to be eligible for their masters.
Hey.
Yeah, I know CU Grad does that.
Wow.
And some schools I know they don't accept 4-year bachelor from us. They say it must be 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, if it's not 5 years, they will not accept you.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
So this is why I said you need to do proper background checks, whatever, before you start anything. So you wouldn't just go and start talking your manual way. So
well, guys, we are helping people move to Austria. If you're interested, we can help you with the process while you just sit back, relax. You will do a bit of work. It's not just as if you just, you will do a bit of work, but we are willing to help you. It's a paid service. It's a paid service. We are not doing free work. So if you're interested in this, just send an email to admin@wakawakadoctor.com. admin@wakawakadoctor.com. Follow the instructions that will be given to you, and we can start your journey immediately. Remember, like I said, if you can give yourself 1 year and just say 1 year is a time I'm going to plan, we can get you into Austria. Bro, before I round up, is there any other information you think people need to know before we call it a day?
If they have any, they should reach out to me. But yeah, before reaching out to me, please. I don't want. I watched your video, and please, how do I start? I mean, you should have.
That's why I said they should reach out to me first so that I can screen them you know, before
Yeah,
they come and disturb.
but I'm willing to help anyone who is in the process and have glitch in between and want to clear it up. And I'll be very happy to help the person. But don't come at me like,
I watch your
please,
video.
I am interested. I'm interested without giving any information, without telling me what you are on, telling me your I don't just tell me,
What's your
oh,
Instagram address again? Your Instagram address?
Henry underscore Kato.
Henry is it Henry underscore Kato?
Kato.
Henry Kato underscore.
No, Henry underscore
Okay,
Kato.
Henry underscore Kato. Yeah, you can find him on Instagram.
Now,
He's a very
if you're already on the process and you have a bit of confusion, like, or maybe you saw something online and you want to really confirm
yeah.
if this is really true, or at least tell me, oh, I heard from this person, I heard from this group, and I'm still confused. I'll clear it. Yeah, sure.
He's a very busy man, but of course you can send him a DM on Instagram. Please go straight.
I don't have
Not
a problem
hello,
with that.
not I'm interested, not all those kind of things. Okay, and
I
we'll
want to
definitely.
move to Austria. Please help me, sir.
Please help me.
I
There you
I
go,
don't want
guys.
to.
Let's hope that by this time next year you would be in Austria or getting ready to move to Austria. Till I see you again, it's Waka Waka Doctor, and I'm signing out.